Hey teacher friends, I want to talk to you today about pre-assessments. Now, oftentimes, or even in my own practice, I did not use pre-assessment. The last thing I want to think about when I come into the classroom to teach is giving my students another assessment. There's so many that they have to take, from district benchmarks to state tests and things like that. Why would I want to give them another assessment? But pre-assessments are actually one of my favorite and most powerful tools that I can use when I'm designing instruction and supporting my students. The pre-assessment is going to give me insight into what skills and strategies students have in my classroom. And you don't have to go overboard on a pre-assessment. Typically, I'll just do like 3 to 5 questions. And when I look at my students' results, I can get such great insight. I can see what strategies they know, what prior knowledge they have, where do they have proficiency. Now, for this particular student, I could see they got 1 question out of 5 correct. And if my students don't know, I tell them, you can put IDK. It's okay, because that's my job, is to teach you. But I can also see that he has some specific skills and strategies. Like for multiplying multi-digit numbers, I could see, yeah, he understands place value and partial products and has experiences working with the area model, but hasn't mastered the standard algorithm. Now, with this knowledge, I can then think about designing instruction. Student has some great prerequisite knowledge for multiplying using the algorithm with 2-digit by 2-digit numbers. So I don't need to add on extra layers of scaffolding. But let's just say you have a student who still is struggling with basic multiplication. This is where scaffolding comes into place. I can provide things like a multiplication chart that they can use so that they can master some of these skills. I can also provide additional remediation and support so that those prior knowledge and skills are addressed. Now, for a student, typically, on average, they need about 7 to 10 times to actually master a skill. So while I'm teaching the standard algorithm of 2-digit by 2-digit multiplication, I can provide lots of practice and opportunities as well as homework. I don't have to just use paper handouts. I can use digital tools. I can provide different opportunities for students to work cooperatively, like on the board, on the whiteboards, at their desks. I can also include notes and anchor charts and tools for my students to access so that they can master the skill. And then I can give them that formative assessment and say, okay, where are we at? He went from getting 1 question right out of 5 to 95% proficiency. Almost all of the questions correct, just 1 little error. Yikes. But I can tell he's mastered that particular skill, and it's ready to go on. Now, another scenario you might have is students already have mastery of the prerequisite skills and knowledge, and then it provides an opportunity for you to think of more challenging tasks to make sure that your student is engaged. Now, not only is the pre-assessment a powerful tool for you, but it's also a powerful tool for your students. I like to give my students pre-assessment and post-assessment back and have them reflect. How did you perform? What did you do to master that skill? Did your effort match your mastery, right? Typically what I'm finding, and I'm sure that's not too much of a surprise, is that if the students are putting in the work, they're doing the practice, they're doing the homework, they're participating in class, they will lead to mastery. If they're not, that's a conversation you want to have. Like, I noticed that your effort is not matching what you need to do to actually master that skill. And we can have conversations like that. So that way, at the beginning of the school year, you're already setting a guideline for your students, like how do we reach mastery in our classroom, right? So again, pre-assessments, powerful tool, help you work in your students' zone of proximal development, help your students reflect and continue to grow. And that's about, it's time for me to leave, but don't forget to like and subscribe. Tell me what other videos you'd like to see and leave a question.